Hi, I am Uttam Mahato. Today I am going to teach you quadratic equation class 10 chapter number 4. Before that I am going to give some note which will be helpful for you. Note number 1, quadratic equation. An equation of second degree is called quadratic equation. Example: x square plus note number 2, standard or general form of quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. Formula of quadratic equation: x equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac by twice a. Note number 4, roots of quadratic equation. Minus b plus root over b square minus 4ac by twice a, and minus b minus root over b square minus 4ac by twice a. Two types of quadratic equations are there. They are: number 1, pure quadratic equation, and number 2, adfacted quadratic equation. Standard or general form of pure quadratic equation. This type of questions to come in multi-choice questions. Ax square plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. Roots of pure quadratic equation. Minus c by a, root over c by a, minus root over c by a. Next, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 will be a pure quadratic equation if b equal to 0. This type of question is to come in multi-choice question only. Next, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 will be advected quadratic equation if b is not equal to 0. Next, formula for the formation of quadratic equation. X square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of roots equal to 0. Example, suppose you are given find the equation when the roots are given. So how to find the equation? So example, you see, if 2 comma 3 are the roots of a quadratic equation, then find the equation. So how to find? You see, solution simply very simple. Right, the required equation is or equal to x square minus then 2 plus 3 into x plus 2 into 3 equal to 0. So if you multiply, add, then you get x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Next, sum and product of the zeros, sum and product of the roots of a quadratic equation. First, number A, sum of the roots. Sum of the roots equal to minus b by a, and number B, product of the roots. Equal to c by a. I'll explain this one by giving one simple example. You see the example, then you will understand nicely. Find the sum and product. Find the sum and product of 8x square plus 16x plus 32 equal to 0. So how to find sum and product? You see, solution very simple. Sum of the roots equal to minus b by a formula. Then put the value of b. The coefficient of x is called b. The coefficient of x is b, so it is your 16, and the coefficient of x square is your a. Cancel, it is minus 2. And product of the roots equal to c by a. Value of c, the constant term is your 32, and value of a is your 8. 8 for the 32, if you cancel, you will get 4. So these are the sum and product of the roots of quadratic equation. Next, a quadratic equation always has two roots. Next, the nature of the roots of a quadratic equation always depends on the discriminant. And b square minus 4ac is called discriminant and is denoted by d. So this is very important note. Next note which I am giving now, very important. You must memorize this one. Nature of the roots of a quadratic equation, very important. You must memorize. If b square minus 4ac, that is d equal to 0, d means discriminant 0, then the roots are real and equal. Next, if b square minus 4ac greater than 0 and is perfect square, then the roots are real, unequal, and rational. Next, C. If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0 and is not perfect square, then the roots are real, unequal, and irrational. Next, if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then the roots are non-real or imaginary. Anyone you can write. Non-real or imaginary, same meaning. Non-real means imaginary. Next note, if A equal to C or C equal to A, same meaning, then the roots are reciprocal to each other. This type of question is to come only in multi-choice. That's why you have to remember it very carefully. Next note, if b square minus 4ac is greater or equal to 0, then the roots are real. Next note, if c is equal to 0, then one of the roots is equal to 0. Next note, if b equal to 0, then the roots are equal in magnitude but opposite in sign. If b square minus 4ac, that means discriminant, is equal to 0, then the roots are equal, and the equal roots are minus b by twice a comma minus b by twice a. Next note, method of solution of a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation means x square plus bx plus c. That means whenever we solve an equation, always it compare with the standard form of quadratic equation. So a quadratic equation can be solved by two methods or ways. Same methods or ways means same two methods. They are: number A, by the method of factorization. Method of factorization means middle term factorization, by the method of factorization. And number 2, by completing square method. So method of factorization, we know how to solve an equation by factorization method, that is middle term. So here we will discuss only completing square method. Because method of factorization middle term we know how to solve. So we will discuss completing square method only. So by completing square method, a quadratic equation by completing the method, a quadratic equation can be solved by two ways. They are number one, general method, and number two, by Hindu method, or Acharya method, or Sridhar method. This method is called Hindu method or Sridhar method because this method is introduced by Hindu mathematician Sridhar Acharya. That's why this method is called Hindu method or Sridhar method or Acharya method. So if completing square mention means we have to solve by applying any one of the two method, either general method or Hindu method. So let us discuss how to solve an equation by general method. So steps for solving a quadratic equation by general method. That means how to solve a quadratic equation, by general method. Whenever you are asked to solve an equation by completing method, that means we have to solve it by general method. Either general method or Hindu method, same, it is completing only. So step number one for solving a quadratic equation by general method is, step 1, we have to divide both sides by the coefficient of x square. Step number 2, we have to make either a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square formula. Next step, step number 3, we have to solve to get the value of x. Thank you for watching. In my next class I will show you some examples how to solve by applying comprehensive formula, factorization method and quadratic formula.